Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing today. So as you can see, I am looking a little worse for wear, I'll be 100% real. But I thought it'd be fun to do a little Q&A with you guys, kind of. Basically, I put a poll up on my Instagram, which will appear on screen now. And I asked people to, I don't think I've got a screenshot of it because it's not on my Instagram now. But anyway, I asked people to put questions of what they are scared to ask an older sibling, or if there's if they don't know what to do, they don't really have anybody to talk to, they've sent in their questions indiscreet. I'm not going to be saying anybody's names or anything, usernames, anything like that. So if you're watching and you sent in a question, do not worry, my lips are shut. But I've wrote out so many on my notes, and I just thought, you know what, while I do my skincare for bed, I may as well film and get these questions done. So I hope you do enjoy, and let's get on into it. Alright, so the first question that I had is, I don't know whether to open up to my situationship and tell him how I really feel. What do I do? Okay, so, see, I feel like situationships are hard because you never know what their real intentions are. And that's the scary thing with situationships. And I feel like you should maybe, obviously I don't know how long this person has known or has been speaking to this person for. I obviously don't know that. And it doesn't say. But I feel like it's best to, really understand what their intentions are with you. And if they're right, then go for it. So you maybe mix signs, or ask a friend to, it's a bit and I would do this. I'd ask one of my friends to just go over and read the messages and see if they think it was real or fake, because I feel like your friends are always better at judging somebody who you like more than you, because obviously they have the connection in there where they want them to be perfect. So personally, I'd do that and ask your friends what they think, and that's just the way I'd go about it personally. Obviously, we all have different ways to go around things and do things, but that's personally the way I would go around it. I've got matcha there, by the way. I dropped matcha all down me literally 10 minutes ago, so you know, we've just got to work with what we have. And yeah, so if that, yeah, you can see it. So it will be there for the whole video. I do apologise, but you know. But yeah, that's personally what I would do. I try and find out what their intentions are, because you never want to tell somebody stuff if they're not there for the right intentions, obviously. And you don't want to get yourself into a situation where you feel like you have to stay because you've told them things. Do you get what I mean? You should only ever tell what you feel comfortable with the world knowing, because you never know who's there listening, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's personally what I do. I'd ask one of my friends to just go over and read what we've sent, to see what they think. But I'd say, if you don't feel comfortable with your friends proofreading it, which I do understand if people don't, I'd ask an older sibling, or say a cousin, or just somebody who you know that you can trust. And most of the time it is family, but you know, I think I'd always go to my friends, because obviously my friends are growing up in the same generation as me and they know the type of thing, whereas parents, older siblings, older cousins even, they might not get some of the words or ways that people say things. I don't know if it makes sense. It makes sense in my head, so if it doesn't, please let me know. And if you do want to get any more information on that, if you want me to explain it a different way, please just DM me. My Instagram will be either on screen before, or it will 1,000,000% be in the caption. So if you do want any more information on that aspect, please make sure to just send me a DM, and I will definitely respond to it. Because I feel like it is a big thing, situationships in this day and age, because obviously you have to get into a situationship before you get into a relationship. So it is hard, and it's also hard trying to figure out if somebody's being truthful or if they're just using you, because that is the worst thing, being used. I know, because I've been used by people in the past. Not in a weird way, in friendships and all that. But anyway, I hope that answers that question. So if you do want to DM me, please feel free. The next question is, ooh, okay. I want to start doing the devil's tango in the bedroom, but I want to be safe. Who should I talk to, and how do I word everything? Okay, so you want to start having a bit more fun. in the bedroom, I feel like, obviously I don't know if this person's a female, male. I'd say feel like if you're a female, I'd say go to your mum. If you're a male, go to your dad. Because I feel like if you're a male and go to your mum, I feel like it could be a bit awkward. But then if you're a female and go to your dad, it could be a bit awkward as well. Do you get what I mean? So I'd say if you're a male, go to your mum. Go to your dad. If you're a female, go to your mum. Because I feel like they'd understand where you're coming from more, and it wouldn't also be as awkward to talk to. I genuinely could not think of an awkward conversation than that. I'll be 100% real. But yeah, it definitely will be awkward, and it'll just be, and maybe you could just like slip it into conversation like, mum, I'm thinking of going on the pill. If it's a male, dad, would you be able to pick me up some, you know what, when you go to the shop? Just like little things like that. That tell them that you're interested in doing it, but you also want to be safe, because at the end of the day, all your parents want is for you to be safe when doing things like that. And obviously they know if you are over like a certain age, they know it's going to come. So it's just like how you want to deliver it on your behalf. Maybe call your dad, mum up, just say, mum, would you be able to get me some blah 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 blah, because I need some, whatever. It's however you want to word it, and however you think it'll be less awkward for you, because it's going to be awkward for you, and it will be. So it just depends how you want to word it. I've said that so many times, but you know what I mean. The next question is, what is the right age to date? Now, I personally don't think there is a right age. I just feel like when you get to a certain age, I feel like everybody's different. When you get to a certain age, you know. And yeah, it also goes off like what this person has done to make you think, oh, I might want to date you. So if they are given like all green flags, then maybe it is the time to maybe start dating, talking, or whatever. Because you obviously don't want to rush into things too quick. But actually, yeah, I feel like if I have kids in the future, I think I'd say maybe like 13, which is quite old, but I don't want them to get forced into something, because obviously younger people will just be like, oh yeah, and just go along with it, and I don't want like them to feel like they have to do something. I feel like at 13 you're starting to learn about everything, you know what's right and you know what's wrong, so I feel like that would definitely take a big aspect of it. So I'd say probably around 13, but it's whenever you feel ready. If you feel ready at 12, go for it. Just please make sure you're safe with everything. The next question is, how do I ask my parents if my girlfriend can sleep around? Now, I personally would, I think if I wanted a relationship, a partner or whatever to stay around, I think I'd just be like, okay. I think to start off with, I'd introduce them as a friend, and then it'd be like, oh, I've started talking to them, and then I've started dating them. Because if your parents just think that you've got a new friend, they'll welcome them in a bit more, and they'll actually get to see how, like, that person is, if that makes sense. Because I feel like your parents will see friends in a nicer way than they will like a relationship, because they'll be like, oh, I don't want you to be with somebody. But start it off as a friend, turns into a relationship, then it might be a bit better. And I'm not saying lie to your parents, I'm not. I'm giving my opinion. Like, I wouldn't start dating somebody until my family knew them. So I would introduce them as a friend, say that I'm talking, dating, and then go to the sleepover stage. I wouldn't say sleepover straight away, I'd say like a couple months in. So if you're like, oh, I've been talking to this person, mom, can they stay over? How long have you been talking to them for? 2 days? No. Like, I'd say probably like a minimum of 3-4 months. To be fair, I'm saying that, but I would always do like 6-7 months at the minimum. So you know what? Yeah, we're going to go with 6 to 7 months, because you don't want to. You want to get to know the person, and in a couple of months, weeks, days, they could be very, like, you can hear everybody outside. I do apologise. They could be very like manipulative and very like controlling, and you don't want that. You want to know somebody before anything like that could happen, and you want to try and prevent it at all costs. So that's definitely how I would do it. My brother's just come in. Do you want to say hi to the camera?
No, me good.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, guys. My brother came in and decided to show me what he was doing on his game. But what question were we up to? If they can stay around, I'd say like 6-7 months, because you don't want to obviously get into a situation where you don't want to be in, but you don't want to be like, get out. Like, so I'd say get to know them fully, make sure your mum and dad know them enough, And also, don't do it while they're there. If they're stood right there, do not ask them. Obviously, if you want, like, your boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, sleep over. My room seems to be like the big greeting point. Everybody used to come in my room, so that's why I keep on stopping, because, you know. The next question is... Not the next question. Did I answer it? Anyway, I'd leave it 6 or 7 months. I've probably said that about 100 times, but, you know. Just so your parents... So to make sure that your parents know him or her, and they just, like, know that they are a nice person, and it's not just, like, a one night and I'm off. Do you get what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely say let your parents know them. How do I tell my parents I might... Oh, okay. As you can tell, my mum went through these and wrote some down for me. So I actually don't know what... So on here, I'll be 100% real, like, confessions. I didn't write any of these. My mum wrote them. I asked her to pick it out because this story went viral. And I've got, like, 300 comments. Like, questions, sorry. So... Yeah, I had to get my mum to filter some because obviously I can't do 300 to be sat for another 5.5 hours. So, how do I tell my parents that I might be pregnant? Okay. I think that, by the way, while I'm answering, I'm doing my skincare and moisturiser and all of that. See, I feel like it's hard because I feel like all parents and all adults are going to have a different reaction, and they obviously will. So, the way I would do it is I'd call up my mum and I'd make it sound like I've done something really bad. Like, I'd make it sound so bad, like, to the point where she thinks, like, I'm in prison for something really bad. And then when she says, like, oh, what is it? I'll just be like, oh, I've got a child on the way. So I'd say make it sound worse than what it is. Obviously, having a kid is a big thing, and it always will be. But I feel like if you make it sound worse than what it is, and then when you tell your parents, guardians, whoever, what it actually is, I think they'll actually be like, phew, thank God it's a life and not a death. That's like, I feel like that's probably the best way to go about it with all parents, because obviously, I don't know how old this person is, could be, like, oh, this face mask. Like, they could be, like, 18, 16, could be 15 for all I know. So yeah, that's the way I'd do it. And just be, and like I say, just make it sound like you've done something really bad, and then when you tell them, they'll be like, oh, phew, thank God it's not what you thought. Because obviously their initial reaction is going to be like, wait, what? But obviously they're going to support you through it all. They're your parents. They want the best for you, and they always will, no matter what you do. Like bring a child into the world. I can't lie, I'm going to have to take this off. It is so annoying. But yeah, that's the way I'd go about it, because obviously you want their support from the start. You don't want to be hiding it behind closed doors with it. So that's definitely the way that I would go about it. And yeah, like I say, if anybody does want like any more information on these answers, because I'm trying not to touch too deep, because obviously I don't know a lot about you, and I don't want like, if I specify it to me, I don't want somebody who's like not me, obviously, to go and use it and it not work out. So if you do want any advice or any help, please feel free to DM me. I'm more than happy to help you in the most I can. And yeah, but also, you can also, I think it's, if you're over the age of 14, is it, that you can get, like, book a doctor appointment on your own and go and talk to them. So you can always go and do that if you don't feel comfortable DMing me, for instance. Obviously, I don't expect you to, but yeah, you 100, like, always got that option, which is nice to have there. Even if you don't use it, it's just nice to have. The next question is, how do I tell if my partner is cheating on me? Right, okay. This is such like a hard question, because it depends. Like, depends what signs they've given you to make you think that, because obviously there's been something that's made you question their loyalty, and it's just like if they do little things, like if they don't give you their phone password, if like every time you try and look at their phone they move, stuff like that, I would be concerned at, and I'd question, and I'd be like, what are you doing? If you're hiding something, I'd rather you just be open with me, and yeah, break my heart, but at least it's not like but at least I know that I haven't done anything wrong and it's you. Because most of the time if people cheat, they don't cheat because of you, they cheat because they're insecure. So if you have been cheated on, or if you're going through a breakup and it's you from cheating, just know it's not you, it's far from you. If anything, you were the only thing that was good in their life. It's them. They're the problem. So that's definitely how I'd do that one. And yeah, just speak to a family member again, or a friend. Just be like, I'm having thoughts and I don't know if this is true. Do you see any signs? Because family, friends, they're going to be honest with you. They're not going to be like, no honey, I don't. They're going to be like, yes, I've seen them for ages. Thank God you're finally realising. So I'd say definitely just speak to somebody who knows you both, who's close to you, who sees you maybe once, twice a week, even a month, just so you know whether you're overthinking or if there really is something going on behind the scenes and that person, he, she, just don't want to tell you. Because honestly, I could not think of a worse thing than getting cheated on. Like, it must be awful. And if anybody is watching who has been through a cheater, and if you're a cheater, then Jesus Christ, you need to get a hold of, like, a grip of yourself, because it's just like so bad cheating, and it is, and I will always condone it. Like, I think it's the worst thing that you can do. Like, if you don't like somebody, oh, why have I put on my face? Brilliant. If you don't like somebody, break up with them, and then if you want to go and sleep around, go and do that. Don't do it while you're in a relationship. It's so wrong on so many levels, and I will always stick to saying that, and I've always said that it's wrong. Because it is, like, cheating is wrong in general, whether it's, like, whatever the circumstances, it's wrong. So, I'm putting that out. But yeah, I think that's probably the best way. Talk to somebody who's with you and see if they see any signs. If they do, then, you know, it's probably likely. If they don't, maybe just, like, just try and, like, be careful with them then, and just, like, see if they slip up on anything, and if they do, write it down, just so you remember it. And so then when they're like, oh, I'm not cheating, you can pull out the notebook and be like, this is what you've said, this is what it's led to, I'm done, out the door, off you go, Bob's your uncle. Because I think that's definitely a way that you could go about it, and I think that's probably the way I would go about it as well, to be honest. Because obviously cheaters are going to be cheaters, so you don't want to be like, oh, I'll give you a second chance, because they're just never going to change themselves. Like, you can't make somebody change, they have to want to change. And if they're going to cheat, then I can't lie, they're always going to be a cheater, whether you want to believe it or not. They're always going to be a cheater. How do I tell? My girlfriend, I kissed her best friend. Oh. Okay, you don't... Obviously, it's not ideal, and it's not the conversation you want to be having with your girlfriend. But I think, again, just being honest, like, just be like, hey, you remember the party I went to last week? I'll be 100% honest. I had a bit too much to drink and I kissed blah 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 blah, best friend's name, and I'm so sorry, I really didn't mean anything by it. And I think that's probably the best way to say it, because obviously you don't want to keep it from her, and you don't want the best friend to keep it from her, whether the best friend's girl, boy, whatever. Like, you just don't want that, because you don't want to create a split into their friendship, because, you know, who would want to do that? I know I wouldn't personally, but, you know. But yeah, I'd say just being 100% honest with them, because they're going to be more annoyed if you don't be honest and they find off a third party. Like, that is the worst way to find out that your boyfriend's kissed your best mate off a third party. I think she'd rather hear it from you, rather than, oh, has blah 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 told you that he kissed blah blah blah. Like, I feel like that is the worst way to know. So, just be honest, just be straight up, and realistically, you know you were in the wrong, everybody else does. It's just up to her what she wants to do. Or him. That's the way I'd do it on that one. Okay, so my not very much PG pictures got leaked, and I don't know what to do. I will be honest, not really much you can do. If they've already been leaked everywhere, then there's not much you can do, but I would just say in the future, don't take them. And I would say that, like, delete anything and everything on your phone that has maybe, like, you in a picture that's not so PG, just to remove. Obviously you can't remove the evidence because the evidence is out there, but I'd say for just future, delete all the photos. You don't want to see them on your phone because you don't want the temptation to send them to anybody, and just don't take them. Like, you've already got yourself into the situation, so you just have to own it, and you must have felt comfortable and confident in your body in order to take them, because I'm sure, because realistically that's why people take them pictures because they feel comfortable in their body and they want others to see. So just own it. I will be 100% honest. I know it's easier said than done, but generally just own it. Like, it's already out there. People are going to see it if they're going to see it. If they're not meant to, then they won't. But yeah, just own it and just be like, yeah, I made a mistake. We all learn, we all live, and we all make mistakes because we're all human. I don't care what anybody says, you're going to make a mistake in your time. So yeah, just own it. Be like, yeah, I made a mistake. That's it. But don't take any in the future. Like, you don't want to keep on reliving what you did in however old you are. You just don't want to be reliving it, and you really don't. And that's like the honest truth with it. If I keep looking over to the side, it's because I've got a mirror here, and I'm trying not to blind myself. So I hope that makes sense to why I keep on looking over here. The next question is, my mum found my adult toys in my room and now it's awkward between us. What should I do, or how should I approach this situation? Okay, it's hard. By the way, it says like on the side, loads of people. So when my mum puts that, she means loads of people have asked it or have said it. So wait, that's not really like a questions. Okay, I'm just, like, at the moment, I've just realised that this video is more like a me giving advice, or giving advice on awkward situations. So I think, I can't, like, if the title is completely different to what I said, you know, it's just because the questions have changed and they're not really what I put on my Instagram. But anyway, there's just awkward conversations with family, not really just with your older siblings. Like, it's not, what are you scared? What are you... I don't know, I can't remember what I put on my Instagram. But like, whatever I said at the start of the video, that's what I put. And I think I'm just going to change it. So, anyway. My mum found my over 18 toys in my room, and now it's awkward between us. What do I do? Again, you're already in the situation. You can't really do much. Maybe just, like, keep on trying to talk to her every so often. Just casual chit-chat, don't specify that. And just see if she brings you up on it. But I'd say, in future reference, if you are going to have over 18 toys in your room, obviously, again, I don't know how old you are, I'm guessing you're young because your mum's going through or tidying in your room, whatever. So I'm guessing you are younger, but just hide them better, if I'm 100% honest. Just put them in a drawer. Yeah, I don't, like I say, you're already in the situation, just try and keep on talking to your mum to make it as less awkward as you can, because obviously you don't want it to be awkward with your mum. You live with her, I'm guessing. You don't want it to be awkward 24 hours of the day. And yeah, again, it's so hard when in these situations because you're already in the situation. There's not much you can do about it. So yeah, again, just own it. Just don't mention it to her. Hide them. Don't have them on display. And yeah, I'll be 100% real. This one is, I'm feeling peer pressured by all of my friends to do what they are doing. Should I just give in? No. You should not. Throughout high school, I got peer pressured to try do so many things. And I never did it. Because I knew that, without sounding rude, I knew I didn't want to F my life up because I'm trying everything at high school. Because I know people now who, they're not from my area, so, you know, who have tried things and they've become that addicted they've had to go to therapy over it because they can't stop. And I knew that I never wanted my life to turn out like that, and that was like the last thing that I wanted to happen to me. So it's just being it's just being strong in yourself to be like, no, I don't want to. Like, you guys do it if you want, but I'm not. And it's just making sure that basically you stand on business and that you don't give into it, because you don't want to end up like somebody you don't want to. So if you have a path, you don't want to go that way just because you're getting peer pressured and you're trying things because everybody else is. So always do what you want to do. Never feel like you should or you have to do something, because you don't. I went through high school, I never vaped, I never drank in high school, I never did anything, never tried any of the rugs that everybody else was, and I didn't feel like I missed out on anything in school, because, like, for me, I personally didn't, and all of my best school years are with my best friends who, maybe some of them tried it, I don't know, but they're all with them, and whether they were on it, whether they were doing it or what, not, that's not none of my business. But so I didn't have to do that just to have a good time. But yeah, I definitely say don't give in, keep strong, because you don't want your life to turn out the complete opposite of how you want, and there is a possibility that it could happen. So I just personally wouldn't, I just wouldn't bother with it, because obviously, like, for that person to write it just proves that they don't want to do it, because obviously they've stood up, keep on getting peer pressured. But yeah, I'd say just don't do it, just don't bother, because at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones who are like, in a couple of years, are like, crap, why did I start, why did I try it? And people will envy you, because people I know now envy me because I never tried anything, and some of them are addicted to things. And they're like, oh, I so wish I didn't start. I so wish I never tried it. By the way, I'm tanning my ears with my gradual moisturiser. Not my gradual moisturiser, my tanning drops and moisturiser. But yeah, stick to your guts. You don't want to try it, don't try it. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. Just remove yourself from the situation, or just focus on something else, like go on your phone, scroll on TikTok, something like that, just so they can see that you're uncomfortable with them peer pressuring you, and hopefully they'll just be like, we're off, and hopefully they will just fuck off. I'll be 100% real. Oopsie, I said a bad word, I'm sorry. I'm not, but, you know. But yeah, that's the best way to do it. You want to do something, you don't want to do something, don't do it. They want you to do something, no. Just, yeah, like I say, just don't. Obviously, your choice, but, like I said, for the fact that this person has wrote in, saying my friends are peer pressuring me to do things, what do I do? Shall I just give in? Just proves to me that they don't want to do it. You don't want to do it, don't do it. Stick to your guts. You be that person who everybody thinks is boring. No, in a couple of years' time, they'll envy you, and they will. Believe me, happening to me at the moment. People are envying me because I've never tried it, never done it, and people wanted to. I didn't want to, I got peer pressured, didn't do it. I was just like, no, you're either going to be my mate and like respect my decision, or I'm going to walk away. Because I would have happily walked away and sat in the canteen on my own. I would not have cared. So yeah, it's just definitely sticking to your gun and hoping that your friends respect your decision, which thankfully mine did, but obviously I don't know who your friends are, what they do, or anything like that, so I can't control what they're gonna do, if that makes sense. And yeah. And then the last one is, how do I accept myself in the way I look? I think, if I'm honest, like, obviously social media is a big part of people not feeling confident and everything, so I think if you follow people who are making you feel like crap, like fitness people or anything, just unfollow them. I think that is probably the best way to get rid of that aspect. But if you're just feeling crap in yourself in general and like your skin, just, this is gonna sound really cringy, but I'm sure we've all seen like them little stickers that you can get for like your mirrors, windows, and it's like, you look good. It's like an inspirational quote. And basically what I did when I wasn't feeling the greatest in myself in high school, I got a inspirational quote, and then I got a baby picture of myself, and I stuck it on my mirror. So whenever I thought something like, oh, I don't look the greatest today, I was looking at the baby picture of me and I was thinking, I'm talking about him. Why am I doing this? And that put me into the mindset of, like, nobody's perfect. I am perfect in me. And that's the way I did it, I'll be 100% real. So it is upsetting to do like the first couple of times. I did cry a couple of times because I was like, why am I thinking this about that poor little boy who was happy, everything in himself? So it is hard to start off with, and I'll be real. But yeah, just do them bits and I promise you will feel much better. Again, if you would like any help on improving the way that you think of yourself, or improving maybe your mindset, I'm more than happy to help you. My DMs are open. You guys know this. I hope you do. If you need anything, my DMs are open. They are a safe space. I will not tell anybody. I will not show anybody anything. Don't get the wrong idea though, because if you need help, I'm more than happy. Just don't like be weird with it, please. That's all I'm saying. That's the top and bottom. Don't be weird with it. I'm more than happy to help you. Just don't be weird. But that is all my questions that I've got time for today, because it is so late. It is 11 o'clock. So I need to go to bed because I'm up early in the morning. I'm in London tomorrow, because I've got a couple of things to do in London, and then I'm home, which is good. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. And other than that, thank you all for watching. Bye guys!